Hey you guys, welcome to I Cook and Paint. Today we are going to make the creamiest, easiest mac and cheese from scratch you have ever seen. I used to do this the traditional way. You know, 2 pots, one for the macaroni, one for the sauce. You make a roux by cooking butter and flour together, to which you add cold milk, thicken into a sauce, and add cheese. But you know what? We're not going to bother with all that today. I'm about to show you a way that you can do this all in one pot. We're not even gonna bother making a roux, and it's gonna be ready for you in about 15 minutes. Wow. No guys, seriously. The difference is pretty much undetectable, and I promise you it's super easy. Ready? Okay, let's begin. In a pot over medium heat, we're gonna start with whole milk, water, and no, my water doesn't normally look like that, you know what I did. Elbow macaroni, uncooked of course, and a little bit of salt. And by the way, if you're looking for the complete recipe with all the measurements and the method, there is a link underneath this video where you can find it. So let's just put a lid on it. Now, every now and then you want to check it just to make sure that it's not sticking to the bottom of the pot. But you do want this to come to a boil, and as soon as it does, lower the heat and let it simmer for 3 to 4 minutes with the lid on. Now, this is how it's going to look after about 4 minutes. A lot of the liquid has been absorbed and the macaroni is just under half done. You want to cook this for less time than you would think. Cooking the macaroni from raw in cold milk will help draw out the starches that will create the sauce. So after about 4 minutes, we can add some cheese. I have here about a cup of cheddar and about half a cup of Swiss. The really great thing about this recipe is you can not only vary the kind of cheese you use, but you can also vary the amount. So if you wanted to scale back a little bit, or even if you wanted to add a bit more, feel free to do so. So I'm just gonna add that in. There we go. And now stir it in so it all melts. Oh wow, look at that. All right, we're not quite there yet. This macaroni isn't totally cooked and it's still a little soupy. So turn off the heat, put the lid on it, and let it rest for another 5 to 7 minutes. Pretty much any pasta will taste better after a good rest. The noodles will absorb more sauce, everything will congeal, and just be tastier. And this here is after exactly 7 minutes. It's so creamy, and it feels like the pasta is cooked just right. It doesn't feel mushy at all. I can't stress enough, guys, do not cook it for too long. It's almost better to underdo macaroni. So now we're gonna just try some here. It smells so delicious. And if you wanted to add some paprika to this, or maybe a little bit of dry mustard powder or nutmeg even, some people do that, feel free to do so, it's your masterpiece. But here's a little close-up for you guys. After making this, I bet you'll never go back to boxed mac and cheese again. Though I will admit I do have a weakness for those spirals, made by a certain company I won't mention. Silly me. For something that took like 15 minutes in one pot, that's pretty impressive. And the macaroni is cooked perfectly. Honestly guys, if you love creamy mac and cheese and you love food that's super easy to make, you have to give this a try. Don't forget guys, if you enjoyed this video and you haven't subscribed to I Cook and Paint yet, you might want to think about doing so. And if you want to check out my paintings, you can see them on my blog, the link is down below. Thanks so much for watching guys, later.